Thank you very much. Welcome you to Mezone African Motives. I want us to look at entrepreneurship and business management and first paper one. So we are going to look at entrepreneurship and business management and first paper. So we are going to make a revision on first paper of EBM. So as to prepare ourselves for this November exams that you're going to write. So this paper that you're going to make a revision on, it was written on the 15th November 2024. So remember that the first paper is just a 30 minutes, just a 30 minutes. So it is a closed book examination because you know very well that paper two is open book, but the paper one first paper is a closed book examination. So that is that. So let us be together from the start of this presentation to the end of it. So for those who are doing entrepreneurship and business management and four. So now let us come to our instructions and information. So the first instruction says answer all the questions. So for that first paper, we answer all the questions. Instruction number two, read all the questions carefully. Instruction number three, which is very important instruction, number answers according to the number system used in this question paper. So the incorrect numbering is going to cost you marks. The marks are going to be deducted for incorrect numbering. So make sure that you number the answers according to the numbering system used in this question paper. Use only black or blue pen, write neatly and legibly. So that is that. So now let us come to our section A, question one. So question one is all about multiple choice questions. As it says, indicate not multiple choice questions, but true or false question. As it says, indicate whether the following statements are true or false by writing only true or false next to the question number 1.1 to 1.110 on the answer sheet. So that is that. So now we're going to start with 1.1. So 1.1 says the responsibility of owning one's own business and managing people in the business. The responsibility of owning one's own business and managing people in the business. So that is true. That is true. We know for sure that when you're talking about someone who owns his own or her own business, we're talking about an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur is responsible for owning the business and managing the people who work in it. That is what we're saying is true. 1.2. 1.2. The layout of a business is really important for retail type of business. The layout of a business is really only important for retail type of business. That is false. That is false. The layout is important for all business, not just the retail. It affects our workforce safety and efficiency. So that is false. 1.3. Now, a savings account is all about savings and investments. So that is false. Also, it's false. It is false because a saving account primarily serves as a safe place to store money, earn interest, maintain liquidity. While it can be a form of savings, it's not typically considered as an investment. So that's what we say is false. Then 1.4, the most popular short-term loan is a trade credits. The most popular short-term loan is trade credits. So that is true. That is true. Trade credit is a common short-term financing option, allowing business to purchase goods or services without immediate payment. So that is that. Now let us move on to 1.5. 1.5, a slow moving stock is another method used to price product. A slow moving stock refers to goods that sell slowly. So we want to know whether it's true or false. It's false. It's false. 1.5 is false. Slow moving stock refers to goods that sell slowly. That sells slowly. So it is not about pricing method, but the stock management issue. That is why it is false. Now let us come to 1.6. A competitive price is set just below the competitor's price. That is true. That is true. A competitive price is often set slightly below rival's price to attract more customers. That is why it is true. Let us move on to 1.7 now. 1.7. A patent is a legal right of ownership that one's require when inventing something new. So that is true. That is true. A patent gives legal ownership rights to an inventor for their new invention, preventing others from copying it. So that is what I say is true. So now let us move on to 1.8. Attribute analysis involves taking a product or a problem, breaking it into smaller parts. So that is true. The attribute analysis means you examine a product or problem by dividing it into a smaller parts to improve it. Now let us be on 1.9. 1.9. 1.9, marketing is the flow of information from the customer to the business. Marketing is the flow of information from customer to the business. So you can see that this false. We know for sure that marketing is the flow of goods and information from the business to the customer to satisfy their needs, not from the customer to the business. So that is false. Now we come to 1.10. Suppliers now. Suppliers are the single most important day-to-day environmental factor. Suppliers are the single most important day-to-day environmental factor. So we want to know that that is true. So the correct there is true. The correct answer is true, as we know very well that suppliers significantly impact business, affecting inventory management, production, cash flow. So reliable suppliers are crucial for smooth operations. So that is that. So that is all about question one. A true or false question. Now we have to move on to question two. We are to move on to question two. So question two, you are to complete the following sentences by writing only the missing word or words next to the question number. Complete the following sentences by writing only the missing word or words next to the question number 2.1 to 2.5 on the answer sheet. On the answer sheet. So 2.1 says the dash refers to our national heritage, such as water, air, or animals. So we have to give a missing word there, and you can see now the missing word is what? The environment. We are talking about the environment. The environment, that is the surroundings or conditions in which a business operates, including natural, social, and economic factors. So that is why we're saying the missing word there is environment. 2.2, Sales refer to the value of product or service that the business sells to gain a profit. Sales refer to the value of products or services that the business sells to gain a profit. So you sell products or services for you to get what? For you to get a profit. That is a bottom line of the business selling its products or sales or services. We know when you're talking about profit, we're talking about the financial gain. We're talking about the financial gain a business makes when income is greater than expenses. The dash is a tool to help one find and explore opportunities. So that tool is a business plan. That tool is business plan. So we say business plan is a tool to help one find and explore opportunities. We know well that the business plan, when you're talking about business plan, you're talking about that written document that outlines the goals, strategies, steps for starting and running what? A business. 2.4, these are products used in the manufacturing of other products. So you're talking about the industrial products. You're talking about the industrial products. Industrial products are products used in the manufacturing of other products. So those are the goods used by business to produce other products or provide what? Services. Dash is designed for reuse after the product is finished. So we're talking about reusable packaging. We are talking about the reusable packaging. So that is that reusable packaging. As you know, that is a packaging that can be used multiple times instead of being thrown away. That is that. Okay. For question 3, let us go to our answer books and write our answers there quickly. The ones that we just talked about. Remember here 1.1 under true or false, we have said 1.1 is true. 1.2 it's false, and as well as 1.3 is false. Then 1.4 is true. 1.5 is false. 1.6 is true. 1.7 is true. 1.8 is true. 1.9 is it's false. And the 1.10 is true. It's true. So for question 2, remember we first talked about the environment. And then profit, then business plan, and then industrial products, and 2.5 reusable packaging. Reusable packaging. So now let us go to 1.3 now. Question 1.3. Question 1.3 said, what are the entrepreneurial qualities or characteristics entrepreneurs display? Mention 5 characteristics with the examples. So now we want the characteristics of an entrepreneur, the entrepreneurial qualities or characteristics entrepreneurs display. So that is that. So let us answer that 1.3. 1.3. We are asked to mention how many? Five. So the first characteristics you can say it is to identify opportunity. Identify opportunity. As entrepreneur, you must be able to identify opportunity. So if identify opportunity, that is where we are saying you recognize a gap in the market where there is a customer need but not current supply. Example, I'm noticing that there is no smoothie shop in your area. That is an example that we can make. E.g., noticing that there is no smoothie shop. There is no smoothie. There is no smoothie shop in your area. In your area. And starting one. So that is that. You have identified what? The opportunity. You have identified the opportunity. You identify opportunity because you manage to identify or recognize a gap in the market where there is a customer need. You realize that there is no a smoothie shop in your area, and then you start the one. That is what I mean. Also, entrepreneurs, one of their qualities is that, or their characteristics, they take preference for moderate risk. We're talking about reverence for moderate risk or moderate risk. So they take preference for moderate risk because they are willing to take some risk but still being conscious and planning ahead. E.g., that is where we're starting a small home business online before opening a physical store. So we are talking about starting small clothing, the small clothing, small clothing business, small clothing business online before opening a physical store. So that's what it means when you see they take a preference, moderate risk. They are willing to take some risk, entrepreneurs, but still being conscious and planning ahead. So that is that when we talk about preference or moderate risk. So now coming to another characteristics is that confidence in their ability. Confidence in their ability to succeed. In their ability to succeed. Confidence in their ability to succeed. So many to say, believing in your skills, they believe in their skills and determined to reach their goals. So that is when you're saying an entrepreneur now starts a mobile app business because they trust their program skills. That is when you can say they can start now, start mobile app business because they because they they because they They trust their program skills. They trust their program skills. Their program skills. That is what it means when I say they believe in their skills. Entrepreneurs believe in their skills. So that is why we are talking about believing in your skills and determination to reach your goals. So that is that. So now again, we can talk about energy as one of their quality now. Energy as one of their characteristics. Energy. So with energy, we are talking about having a drive to work hard and keep improving. Having a the drive to work hard and keep improving. So that is that. So meaning to say, um, a young farmer who works long hours, they work what? They work long hours. We are talking about long hours working. Long hours working. That is why we can make an example of a young farmer who works long hours to grow and sell fresh produce. So that is that. So another one is to achieve. It's one of the qualities that they have. Is to achieve. Is to achieve. So with age to achieve, we are saying always wanting to grow and improve and reach new goals, like expanding a small tuck shop into a chain of many markets. So we're talking about expanding a small uh, tuck into a small tuck shop into a chain, into a chain of many markets, of many markets. So that's what you mean when you're talking about what edge to achieve. That's what it means when you say edge to achieve. Expand the small tech shop into a chain of many markets. That is what we mean when you say they always want to grow and improve and reach new goals. So then you are to get your 10 marks or to get your 10 marks. So now let us quickly go to 3.2. Let us go to 3.2. Said when drawing up a business plan, what are the 5 qualities that one should include? We say the qualities that one should include in the business plan. So let us go to our answer book. Let us go to our answer book for 3.2. So here we are on our 3.2. 3.2. Here is our 3.2. So our 3.2, we can say what should be included in the business. The business plan should be neat. Should be neat. Should be neat, clean, and attractive. And attractive. Also, it should have all necessary information. It should have all necessary information. All necessary information, but not be unnecessarily weighty. Also, the information should be clear. The information should be clear and easy to read. And easy to read. Also, the information should be well organized. Information should be well organized. Should be well organized and intelligently and logically presented. And the information should be supported by facts. The information should be supported by facts. The information should be supported by facts and evidence. And evidence as far as possible. As far as possible. So these are the qualities that one should include. These are the qualities that one should include in the business plan. So this is the end of this presentation, and for this total section A, we are to get what? 50 marks. So that is the first paper. That is the first paper, which you know very well that is a closed book examination, because the section B of it, which is second paper, is open book. So this is the end of this presentation. Thank you very much for your time, good people. Make sure that you are going to share with others, as now we are approaching our final examination. Share with others and make sure that you are not going to anyhow forget to hit the subscription button. Thank you very much.